It's a sports betting spotlight from the all-new Book at the Link. Here with handicapper Kelly Stewart and sportsbook director John Lukasik. Spotlight on college football week 6. We'll give you 3 picks each, including our best bet. Kelly, you're back. You were on the DL last week. Glad to see you feeling better. And who do you like here in college football?
Well, I know you did give out my plays last week, so I hope you told everyone how much I love the Northwestern Wildcats. They should have got it done against Michigan. Weren't able to keep their foot on the gas in that one. But Sparty is not good this year, so I'm going to play against them in this situation. They have yet to impress me, and with Penn State on deck, I'll take the double digits with the really good road dog. I think this 1-3 Northwestern team is a lot better than people give them credit for. And Kansas State plus 4.5. Listen, I get it. K-State is not good. This is probably one of the worst K-State teams I've seen in a really long time. But when this line came out, I said, excuse me, Baylor is a 4.5-point favorite to anyone? This should not be happening. They just got smoked by Oklahoma. They have Texas on deck. And if you did not catch the press conference, which why would you, Coach Snyder openly expressed some of his disdain for how badly K-State played last week versus Texas. Even though they got the cover, I guess that's just not good enough in Manhattan, Kansas.
John, who are your first 2 plays?
I'm actually going Texas here, plus 7.5 at home against Oklahoma. Way too many points. Kind of an eyeball test. I actually like Texas against USC. I thought in all phases of the game they played great a couple weeks ago. They had that tough loss against Maryland to open the season, but since then they've calmed down. The duo of Lil Jordan Humphrey and Colin Johnson combined for 50 catches, 752 yards, 6 touchdowns. Yes, Oklahoma has looked great. Big win against Baylor, but I think this is really their first real test of the season, and 7.5 is way too much at home. Second, I got Notre Dame minus 6 at Virginia Tech. It's a decent amount to lay on the road against a ranked team. I'm not putting much weight on that Old Dominion loss. We're going to forget about that. I'll give them a mulligan. Since Ian Book took over this offense, 74.3% completion percentage, and he's yet to throw an interception. Virginia Tech, an impressive win against Duke, but I'm going with the Irish here on the road.
All right. Very smart. I like that. I like both of those picks now. I like the Irish, but I'm not going to go with that pick, but I am going with Texas. I saw there's some 8s out there too at home against Oklahoma in the Red River Showdown here. Longhorns have covered the last 5 meetings and they won 2 of them, and the 3 losses were all by 5 points. Also, I saw a stat: Tom Herman 11-1 against the spread in his last 12 as an underdog at Houston and Texas. I was going to go with Missouri, getting a point at South Carolina. The Mizzou 3-1 straight up and against the spread in their last 4. They had an impressive win at Purdue. They covered against Georgia 2 weeks ago. They're coming off a bye here. South Carolina didn't look good in a 24-10 loss to Kentucky. Got kind of beat up, and quarterback Drew Lock is looking pretty good at quarterback. So for Missouri, going to go with the Mizzou. How about for your best bet, Kelly? Who do you like?
You know I have not been running hot in college football, but every week I've had an outright dog win, almost outright, I guess. Northwestern kind of screwed that up last week, but I really like Oklahoma. So the fact that both of you guys like Texas makes me want to use Oklahoma as one of my best bets. But
Go
instead,
for it, man. Go for it.
I'm going to stick with the dog trend. I'm going to take Pitt. I got to take the 3.5. It was 4.5. The wise guys already played it. I thought it was a really interesting line. Syracuse off a really hard-fought game versus Clemson last week. But don't forget, they were also without their star quarterback. And then Pittsburgh came off a really ugly loss at UCF. But this is the same Pittsburgh team who a couple of weeks ago beat Georgia Tech at home. I got to think that they're just a better home dog. I think they're going to bounce back this week. So I'll take the short line with the Pittsburgh Panthers.
All right, maybe we'll do a side bet, Oklahoma, Texas.
Oh, I get side bets.
Bet of the week, I'm going LSU Tigers here. Yes, another road team, minus 2 at Florida. Everybody's all aboard the Alabama bandwagon. What about LSU? I mean, they've had big wins at home against Miami to open the season. They won 2 weeks ago against Auburn. The only thing that scares me, LSU is actually 80th in the nation, yielding 230 passing yards a game, but Florida only has the 93rd passing offense. I see LSU kind of grinding this one out, 27-21. Nick Brissett, he's going to get back to form and be the star of this game, taking them to victory.
All right, I'm actually going to go with Ohio State at home against Indiana, laying 26.5. A lot of chalk, but after rallying for that huge win at Penn State last week, I think the Buckeyes will be playing free and easy at home and blow out the Hoosiers. They beat them by 28 at Indiana, dominated the series historically, and this time they're at home at the Horseshoe, where they're 3-0 this year as double-digit favorites, and Indiana is 0-3 in their last 3 as double-digit dogs. That's our Spotlight, College Football Week 6. Good luck.